hobbies is 3D printing. The good thing is you can create all kinds of nifty, cool things, including mounts for your GoPro. The bad thing is it sometimes takes hours to produce a print. But this gives you time to think about meals and maybe do a bit of cooking at the same time. Today we're going to do fried rice. Everybody asks me how to do fried rice and what to put in it. I think the question more is, what don't you put inside fried rice? You basically take anything that's left over, as well as some old rice. Please don't try and do this with freshly cooked rice. It won't work. You're just going to make a mushy mess. Anyways, today it'll be chicken fried rice plus whatever else I can find inside the kitchen. So stick around and we'll see how it turns out.
Making fried rice is basically our work in progress. Mine always starts with chopped garlic. Very few of my dishes don't start with garlic. Smash it, mince it. And then I scrounged, I found part of an onion. So we're going to take that, dice that up. I found some Shanghai bok choy. Any greens will do. Chop that up. Of course, you have to spend some time to chase all the little miserable pieces around that will stick to everything, but that's okay. Looks like I found broccoli in the fridge as well. Cut that up small. You want it to the point where it's going to cook quickly. You don't want it hard. Next to go is a tomato. You're going to notice that I'll keep it off to the side too, because it's going to go in the very last. I don't want to get it mixed in with the hard vegetables. Dice it up. Now we need some meat. Ooh, look what I found. Some leftover barbecue pork from the Chinese barbecue joint. Chop it up. The ever famous Chinese sausage. If you didn't see episode 1 where I described this, stick around and come back and you'll see me do some shopping and we'll find it. It's uncooked at this point, so we're going to cut it up small and it's going to get thrown in. It's going to get cooked first, or almost first. The main meat in this one is going to be chicken. Debone the chicken carefully. You don't want to cut yourself. You're going to cut it up into small pieces, probably 3/8 inch cubes. What's that in millimeters? I don't know. I'm putting it off the side. I'm throwing it into a mixing container. When I'm done, I'm going to do the soy sauce and flour routine on it. Along with a bit of salt and pepper. You don't want to have a tremendous amount of meat in this. It is, after all, fried rice. Toss in a bit of flour. Then you're going to just toss it around. Get it all coated. Now you're ready to cook. Pan should be on medium. Garlic's already in there. I'm using olive oil. Wait till it starts to sizzle. Like I said, medium heat. You're going to put the chicken in. You don't want to burn this. Spread it around. Let it cook for a few minutes. Come back, turn it, make sure it's not sticking. Ah, it's looking better now. Remember, the Chinese sausage is not cooked, so it's going to go in now. The chicken is maybe half cooked. And we may as well throw in the hardest vegetable of all of them, which is the onion. A lot of people don't like hard onion bits in their food. You put it in now, it'll have time to soften up. At this point, it's just a matter of checking it to make sure it's not going to stick. Turn it. And eventually the chicken will be cooked. At that point, you can start tossing in some of the cooked material, which is the barbecued pork, for example. And then the greens go in. No real reason to separate them out, just throw them all in. We're at the point now where it's time to put the rice in. Now, we're using old rice. It's rice that was cooked in meal before, thrown in the fridge, re-crumbled, and then just tossed right in. You notice I've sort of moved the greens and meat over to one side so that the rice has its own little area to cook in. I toss in a bit more oil just to lube it up. I've also moved the pan just off center a bit so that the heat is mostly under the rice, since the rest of it is basically cooked now. Turn the rice over a couple of times and then you're going to mix it in with everything. As you do this, the rice will absorb moisture from the food around it. Give it a good toss. Now the tomatoes go in. They don't take very long to cook, and they're very soft. If you put them in too early, they would just turn into, well, I guess it would turn into my favorite spice, ketchup. I find the tomato adds a bit of nice color to the whole meal as well. And I like to top it off with an egg or two. Drop it in and then thoroughly turn it. Mix it all in. Let it sit for a couple of minutes. Heat could be on low by now, and it will cook up. And there you have it, chicken fried rice. Make a lot, because my son can eat that entire plate full, believe it or not. Enjoy.